Hello and welcome to the 30k channel, a channel dedicated to games set in the HORUS heresy. And today, what a game we have. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Dan, who's brought his 1,000 Suns, aka 1k Sun from Instagram, and we have Pete, who has brought his Space Wolves, aka Uplander from Instagram. So thank you very much, guys, for coming on the channel.
No problem, pleasure.
You've brought two beautiful armies for me today, which is a real pleasure to have you guys on. So these armies will be available in the showcase for you to see at the end of the session. Hopefully you'll agree with me that they are quite spectacular. Now, today we are playing from Book 4, Conquest. It's quite a specific mission, isn't it? We've got a raider and a garrison force. So who's raider, who's garrison?
Space Wolves will be the raider force.
Excellent.
Obviously I'll be the garrison. We kind of wanted to represent that Prospero feel about it.
It's like a prologue to Prospero.
Yeah. Absolutely, you know, and we're filming this a week before the actual box set drops, the new HORUS Heresy box set. So really exciting stuff to get this out in time, and you know, what an opportunity to do that. So yeah, so we've got the 1,000 Suns, they're garrisoned up, you know, they're looking after an ammo dump and some fuel dump and that sort of thing, and the Wolves are going to come in and try and destroy them.
And everything else.
And everything else, yeah, before the actual battle starts. So so what we'll do is we'll go through the lists and then we'll discuss how that affects into the mission.
Right, this is my 1,000 Suns. I've got 2 HQs, but this first one's my Warlord. It's a Praetor Tribune that Forge World released a little while ago. It was a limited edition. The points, I could probably get a better HQ, but he has performed pretty well for me. He seems to be quite sturdy. He's in Tartaros armour, but they have the Iron Halo, sorry. So he has the 4-up save along with the, that's why I put him in with the other Cataphractii Terminators. He has done well, really. Is with the Mastercrafted Paragon Blade, he has the digital lasers as well, so he gets the extra attack. And yeah, he's done well, especially against Terminators before, so hopefully he'll be up to the job today. Here's my Librarian. Use the Severin Loth model. I'm waiting until Araman comes out next week, but this is my sort of stand-in for now. Just give him a Psychic Mastery level of 2. And he uses the Force stave, so it's +2 AP4. It's not brilliant, but he seems to do okay when I remember my psychic phases, which is not all the time. For my elites, I've got my Cataphractii Terminators here. Because I've not gone close combat weapons on my tax squad, I felt I needed something, a combat unit, so I gave them all the lightning claws. With them being AP3, they're obviously much better against normal Space Marines, but they have held their own against Terminators as well. Put the heavy flamer and the chain fist in, obviously for a bit of anti-vehicle if I get caught against a Contemptor, or I can take down sort of light armour quite easily. But they've done okay, really. The 4-up save I find has been brilliant on them, so yeah, they're not bad. For my other elites, I've got some veterans here. I normally run these in a bigger squad, but points were a bit tight, so I kept them a bit smaller. I like combi weapons a lot, and I have kitted them all out with combis, apart from the sergeant who's just with a power fist. I've got 4 combi plasmas and a combi melter. A few of them are modelled with different blades and stuff, but they just count as combat blades. They're not power weapons or anything like that. They have a rhino here at the back that I've equipped with a multi-melter, which I think is this season's must-have. Really, it's for the points, you can't go wrong. I do like having rhinos. I find being able to put that shell around your units for the reasonably low amount of points is fantastic, and they do me really, really well. So, veterans, I use the marksman. Which is sniper and outflank, which is very good. I have an outflank, but with having a vanilla army, I've got to try and get some special rules in where I can, and they really benefit from that. So they're great. My next elite unit is the Mortis pattern Contemptor, obviously with the twin carries. The carries I find are just so well rounded. You can take down troops, light armour, being able to rend on a 6 is fantastic, and they put out lots of shots. He always does quite well for me, especially against sort of heavy armies. He seems to be able to put them rending shots out, and stripping hull points is brilliant. So yeah. Troops choices, I have this is my first one. This is just a normal tactical squad. I don't give them any combat blades. The only upgrades, the sergeant has a power fist. I find you need that if you get caught in combat with a contemptor or something else. You definitely need a way of being able to cause some damage to them, otherwise you just end up stuck there. Also, I'll give them a Vexilla, because if anybody can fail a leadership role, it's definitely me. So for the 10 points, I find that invaluable as well. Also, I've given them a Rhino, and that just has a combi melter on top. It's not the multi melter, but again, points wise, I was a bit tight. So again, a tactical squad and a Rhino, very versatile. Next troops unit, just another normal tactical squad, not with any combat blades or anything. Again, sergeant with a power fist and the Vexilla. These are foot slogging. I don't have a Rhino for these, but I usually like to I like to have a squad that I can station up somewhere on an objective or something, for example, and leave them put, really. So yeah, don't feel paying the points for the Rhino's worth it. For my fast attack choice, I've gone with a normal loadout Javelin with the missile launchers, this twin-link Cyclone missile launchers, and the heavy bolter. When I first got it, I thought it wasn't really going to be overly powerful, to be honest. I had a few points left over. With it being 55 points, it's very, very cheap. I didn't think it was going to be that effective. I thought it was just going to be more of a harassing. But 2 crack missiles, being able to deep strike and having 2 crack missiles into the back of either contemptors or vehicles, things like that, has actually worked out brilliantly. Also, with the new rules they've given in the Red Book, strafing run, which is +1 to your ballistic skill, and the grav backwash, I think it's called, where it's +2 to anything trying to hit it, because they'd always be killed in combat fairly easily. 55 points is very, very cheap, I think. Finally, my heavy support choice, the Leviathan. Not really much I can say. Pete was actually the first one to buy one, and we all fought against it and realised how tough they are. It is a monster. It's easily made its points back every game. This game, I give it the melter cannon, which is 3 strength 9 18-inch melter shots, which is very, very powerful. And also the siege drill, which anti-vehicle really, it's armour bane and strength 10. Also has the melter in the palm. I've given him the Volkites in his chest, because it's especially if I'm attacking troops, there's quite a nice amount of shots to be able to put out. And he has the Phosphex discharge on his head, which for 15 points, it's only 1 shot per game, but I've either not shot it or it has wiped entire units of Terminators. It's very, very effective when it gets off, so it's a blast template.
It's incredibly dirty.
It's not dirty, it's Phosphex, it's supposed to be dirty. Yeah, he's a monster, and the 4-up invulnerable save is fantastic. Maybe a little overpowered for a 1750 game, but he is my favourite model, so I had to bring him, I'm afraid.
So, Volker Fenrica, 30k Space Wolves army, that's 1750 points for this game. So my HQ choice is Praetor in Cataphracti armour, digital lasers, twin lightning claws. The wolf is just there for show, really. It's not really doing anything. He's also got the Terminator command squad with him, again all in Cataphracti Terminator plate. 2 power axes in there, combi bolters, just nice 2 solid veterans really. And then the standard bearer's got a chain fist, just to give them that anti-armour punch in case they get caught in combat with a Contemptor or another vehicle or a walker of some kind. Quite a solid unit really. Second HQ choice is a wolf priest, a rune priest should I say. it's really important that he's not a psyker. He's just using the good earthly magic of Fenris, none of this dirty warp magic. He's just in power armor with a refractor field. He's got a force stave. I think very technically he's got a bolt gun or a bolt pistol, but it's not modeled on him. He's pretty standard. So my first elite's choice is a 10 strong veteran squad. These are armed with 5 of them have got combi weapons, which is 3 combi plasma and 2 combi melter, and 3 of them have got power axes. They're sort of designed as an elite hunter unit, really. Try and find sort of the biggest, baddest enemy unit they can find, Terminators or a Legion-specific unit, and take them out. They've been given the marksman upgrade, so they've got sniper and outflank. So the second elite's choice is a Contemptor Talon, which is great. You get both for 1 slot, but they can operate separately. Both armed identically with Carey's pattern assault cannon and a chain fist with a melter in it. Just good, solid elite's choice, really. Can't go wrong. My final elite's choice, third and final, is just a regular dreadnought. He's armed with a flamestorm cannon, which is all sorts of AP3 nastiness. He's got a melter gun and a chain fist. Again, he's really planning to back up the veteran squad or whatever they're doing, just to help out with taking out elite units. Not really as good as a Contemptor, but it's a beautiful model, so I couldn't really resist not having it in the army. So I've got 3 identical troops choices. This is the first one, tactical squad, all upgraded with combat weapons and a power fist on the sergeant. Apart from that, no other upgrades. Second squad, identical loadout, power fist on the sergeant, everyone's got close combat weapons, and the third squad matches.
Right guys, you've seen the armies, you've had a rundown of the lists from the 2 guys here, so now we're going to talk a little bit about the mission. So we are playing from book 4, and for those following at home, we are doing deployment from page 179, and we're doing the Spearhead Assault. It's the one with the triangular kind of no-go zone, and you've got the raiders in the middle and the defenders off to the right-hand side. And then the mission we're playing is Scorched Earth, which is page 182. And now, before the game, we rolled up for missions, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, for the
objectives.
Classified objectives, yeah. So we've got 3, 4 and 6, is that right?
Yeah. That's correct.
Cool. So number 3 is enemy commander. So essentially the Space Wolves have got to destroy, or kill rather, one of the Thousand Suns. Now, we're playing this differently, aren't we?
Just slightly, yeah, just tweaked it a little bit. It's
Yeah, essentially to keep because we're at low points and because the other objectives, well, we'll come on to them in a second, to help give it some balance. What we're going to do, I'm going to select a character from Dan's Thousand Suns army, and that's going to be my objective. So that's going to be an officer carrying some encrypted data or something of that nature. Maybe just a key to a library or something. And then the Space Wolves want to get in. They want to kill him. So that's one of the objectives. Cool. But Dan won't know who it is. So we'll declare that. David will keep that a secret before the game starts, and that's that one. For
those following at home, we'll do a quick flash up of who the Space Wolves need to kill. So we'll do that for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully someone will tell me.
I don't think we should tell you, and then you have to watch it.
That's a good point.
We won't say who's won until.
Next we've got is number 4, which is the Officio Militaris Tacticans. So tell me about that.
Well, we're changing this up a little bit.
Yep.
So this is going to be the criteria under the actual written objective is it is supposed to be like a little group of Weasley officers on a 60mm base, and they can move around, and they've got a refractor field and combat weapon and a stat line, but they are, for all intents and purposes, non-combatants, really.
Sure.
But we're going to twist it up a little bit, and we're going to use a Thousand Suns Marine undergoing the flesh change. So just as this battle's got going, one of Thousand Suns has gone wobbly-lipped and started busting out his armour. The Thousand Suns obviously are trying to keep him safe and trying to get him off the board, and the Space Wolves sort of absolute outrage and that this aberration are going to try and destroy it.
That's right.
And that's a multi-wound, it's a 4-wound model.
Yeah,
so
you've got to kill them as well too.
Yeah, actually kill him. Yeah, it's not a claim on secure objective. We've got to kill them. So every objective has to be destroyed.
The final objective is the petrochemical silo, which Pete will explain for us.
Petrochem silo is literally a physical building on the map, which looks like this. It's a 5 hull point armor 12 building. Every time a roll is made on the vehicle damage table when it takes fire, the defender can place a 5-inch blast marker within 6 inches of it, which has an attack profile and does lots of damage, essentially. So it's quite a volatile target that I've got to try and destroy, hopefully from range, because it's going to be spilling and killing stuff near it. So
Also blocks line of sight as well.
yes, it's got a big column of smoke, so it blocks line of sight whenever it takes damage. So.
Which will represent that.
As do the blast
nice-
markers. Yeah, so a blast marker gets placed and it'll have a column of smoke, and that will actually block line of sight for the rest of that turn. So
That's quite good. Now it's also worth noting as well that each of these objectives, if they are destroyed by the attacker or the raider, that's 3 victory points. But if they are not destroyed or not dead at the end of the game, then the defender scores 3 victory points as well. Also, there are points for Slay the Warlord, First Blood and Last Man Standing. So there's lots of points to play for. One thing to note as well is that the game, the mission that we're playing rather, has some special rules, which we need to go through now, as on page 177 of book 4. So there's a thing called the element of surprise for the attacking force, and for the garrison force there's a prepared ground. That we'll go through those at the beginning of the turn, just so you guys what we've gone for. So now we know the mission, we've seen the battlefield, we've seen the armies. Tell me your thoughts. I've heard that you guys are quite jovial in your playing style. Would that be right to say?
Hogwarts finest will put up a good fight, I'm sure.
He's bought so many dogs, it's like being at Crufts, I don't know, it's...
Yeah, no, yeah.
So it's going to be a lively game.
I think you probably spend more time stopping us messing around than actually
Yeah,
playing
it's,
30k, but
yeah.
It'll be good fun.
We both would like to win,
Of course.
but I think we both feel that the other person has the advantage, I think, don't we?
I think we both do. I mean, I've got to destroy essentially a couple of units. The objectives are units for all intents and purposes, and a building. So my anti-armour is going to come into play an awful lot there. Now I've not got a huge amount of it. I've got melter bombs on the sergeants. I've got melter bombs on the sergeants and power fists, and then I've got chain fists and melter guns on the dreadnoughts. Carey's assault cannons are going to be useful for that. But after that, really, you've got a chain fist on the Terminator command squad and a couple of combi melters in the veteran squad. But I'm not sort of oozing anti-armour, and that building is a concern for me when there's targets such as Dan's Leviathan, the Thousand Suns Leviathan, and the Thousand Suns Contemptor. Yeah. Not to mention he's got rhinos, so he's got better mobility than me. So the defender's going to be much more mobile. He's got the javelin. It's the target priority is it's a target-rich environment for me, which isn't a benefit. It's going to have to make me think and concentrate on how I'm targeting him and the objectives.
The other thing to bear in mind is because of the deployment map that we're playing, there's only 12 inches potentially between you and the Thousand Suns. So this game is going to get quite heavy quite quick, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're going to be into combat phases very quickly. It's a bit of a difficult one because, like, the petrochem objective, I want to try and keep some distance from, ideally, and destroy it. But
Carries will do that. 24-inch Carries, 6s.
They will until the Leviathan and the Javelin take care of the Carries dreadnoughts. So it's
probably my game plan, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I think keeping them alive for 5, is it possibly 6 turns, is probably asking a lot, really. He just needs to destroy 2 of them, then I'm very, very much on the back foot. I'll need to slay the Warlord and things. So essentially, if he does destroy 2 of them, then I'd need to try and wipe him. But
I think that's it. It's going to be a strange game where I'm actually probably going to be gunning for. I think I'm going to be gunning for the objectives of trying to ignore the horrendous shiny red monsters bearing down on me until I can secure those victory points, and then deal with the fallout of having Thousand Suns kind of all over me, really.
We've yet to decide who's going first and who's got the first turn, but it's some of the elements of surprise, which is some of the special mission conditions, is that potentially, the Space can choose from a chart of 3 different options, and you could potentially get an initiative season or 4 up as well. So I think first turn for you would be quite key.
To be honest, first turn is definitely something I'd look at off that. I think the other ones are to give me some sort of outflank, special rules and infiltrate. Well, that could be beneficial, but I don't want to get too close to his Leviathan, really. So that might work my advantage.
Why?
But it just wants to hug. Yeah.
Now, one thing we should talk about before we go any further is, this is the weekend before the new Prospero box set drops. Tell me your thoughts about that.
It's pre-ordered.
yeah, absolutely.
It's I'd heard rumours about it a long time ago, and obviously then the web, there was a lot of images of Ahriman popped up from someone who'd apparently got him in the wrong box set.
Oh, right, okay.
That's how it appeared, and ever since then it's a fantastic story. It's one of my favourite heresy stories.
I think it's by far the best one as well, because essentially, in reality, it's pitching two loyalist legions who are absolutely doing their utmost to be loyal and to avert problems within the Imperium. 1,000 Suns trying to avert the heresy by warning the Emperor of Horus's
didn't quite go to
demise.
plan.
No, absolutely not.
Broke his palace instead and upset him. And then the Space Wolves fall. Essentially, they're sent to bring Magnus back, to bring him in, but they fall victim to the whisperings of Horus, who they still believe is loyal, and that order gets twisted from you need to bring Magnus into account to you need to destroy everything because they've essentially attacked the palace. So it's a real tragic story, really. I think it's got a lot of character to it, and I think both armies are very unique armies in 30k as well. They both. Our forces, once they get some rules in the book, really soon, please be good.
Yeah, that's the
that will make a big difference. But I mean, in the box set, we both get a character. You get Ahriman, which is you can't ask for better than that. Really.
Top man.
Yep. And I get is it Gregor, the Space Wolf character.
Yeah, with a big.
With who's not beyond the fell-handed. But he's a very cool looking model, and then you've got all the other goodies to divide up.
Yeah, absolutely right. And plastic heresy, it's pretty good. It makes it accessible for a lot of people, and buying a squad of 10 Mark III armour with all the upgrades and all their various bits and bobs can get into the hundreds of pounds, can't it? So
the box sets are fantastic. I started this. These are all from the Betrayal at Calth with the 1,000 Sun upgrade kit, the bundle that they do at Forge World. And
likewise, tactical squads are Calth, as are the Contemptors, and the veterans, the Terminators, and the Dreadnought were just models I wanted to do. Really, I actually had them before the Calth box set. But
great stuff. Yeah. All right, so we've had a good chat. I think we need to roll some dice and get going. I'm really looking forward to this. So we'll see you on the other side. Oh, friendly handshake. Come on. All good.
See how friendly it is at the end.
Right, we'll see you soon. We've deployed. Let's just go through some of the special options that we had available to us. So Pete, you had a table to choose from, and there was 3 options.
Yeah, it's like preparation for the invader. Out of the 3 options, I went for the 3rd option on the table, which allows me to re-roll any dice when trying to get first turn, say to deploy and to go first, or seize if I chose to. I was successful in my roll to deploy first and go first, so the Space Wolves have deployed, and unless the 1,000 Suns seize, they will have the first turn.
Cool. Yeah, I'm feeling quite confident. My special option was I could move the objectives once they were placed. Obviously, one of them I don't know about is one of my characters is obviously one of the things. I just moved this back 6 inches, just pulled it a little further away from him, a little closer to my forces. Also with the Petrochem, I come back a little bit. I know he doesn't want to get incredibly close to that with me being able to choose where I place the flaming Prometheum every time it takes a hit. So I've just pulled that back a little bit. Just to give him, because he's foot slogging, just give him that little bit extra that he needs to move. So, because I know he's got a lot of chain fists and melter bombs and things like that. So, that was my thinking.
Cool. So now the only thing left to do, guys, is to seize.
No problem.
So the 1,000 Suns feeling confident about this.
If you're successful, that does mean you're a witch.
Yeah. All right. Okay. No.
All 3. So no seize. So the Space Wolves are going first.
Space Wolves turn 1 movement. Everything's moved up essentially. 2 tacticals over here rolled double 1s, both of them on their difficult terrain tests, moving through the building, and we had a toe in the crater, which was rather unfortunate, just poor deployment to be honest. So they hardly moved. The regular dreadnoughts moving up, it's going to close in on that objective. The 1,000 Suns have got their veterans deployed behind there as well. We'll get that AP3 flamer into play as soon as possible. the Warlord and his unit have moved up slightly. His Warlord trait role has given him Paladin of Glory, so him and his squad are fearless, and they're going to get +1 on their combat resolution. So that should help adjust the reduction in numbers in their squad compared to Thousand Suns character squad, which I'm hoping to get in a tussle with. The third tactical squad is moving up past the generator around the back of the crates. There's a Contemptor over there, and there's the HQ squads they're kind of heading towards a little bit, and the Petrochem silo objective. And then the two Space Wolves Contemptors have both moved up, getting ready to level those Carey's assault cannons on that Petrochem objective and start knocking some hull points off it early. Running with the chain fist if we have to. The Librarian and the Veteran squad have marksmen, so they have outflank and sniper. Well, the vets do. So as he's attached to the unit, they're all held in reserve. They'll come in a later turn, hopefully where they're needed, not where they're not. That really concludes the Space Wolves first movement phase. Space Wolves turn 1 shooting phase. First unit to shoot, it's going to be both units. The two Contemptors are going to shoot at the Petrochem silo. One of the Contemptors his shots will, Thousand Suns will benefit of a +1 through intervening models, being the Warlord's unit. The other one's got clear line of sight. So
cool. And don't forget we've got night fighting in effect as well. So you get 5 up intervening, +1 for night, so we'll get a 4 up cover.
Lovely. So we'll do them one at a time. So these ones down, you'll get cover save on.
Right, okay, yeah.
So, Contemptor 2s to hit.
Yep.
All hit. Carey's assault cannon is strength 6. It's an armor 12 target I'm hitting, so I need the 6s to glance it, but that's also going to give me rend anyway, so it's nicely going to put me on the penetrating table if I get them. So 6s. We've got 2 in there. That's 2 successful penetrating hits, so I've now got to roll for the rend on both of them. So the first one, 3. Second one, 3.
Cool.
So that's 15 on both.
15 on both.
Cool. So Dan, you just need 2 cover saves of 4 up.
No problem. Coming right up. No, 2 3s.
Okay, so 2 hull points down. Now we get to roll on the chart. Can you roll twice, please, Pete? And we're +1 because it's rending. So we've got a 4 and 6, so we've got a 7.
Detonation. Well, that's gone then.
Cool, so the Petrochem site explodes, and now we get to place a blast marker within 6 inches. So the Space Wolves have blown up the Petrochem silo. A plume of smoke has been emitted from the top of it, and that plume of smoke now blocks line of sight. So no models were caught in the blast.
The second Contemptor is going to fire at the other objective, try and take down that Thousand Suns Marine and a bit of flesh change. So we got 6 shots into that with the Careys, so they're 2s to hit. 4 successful.
Hopefully not that many 6s again.
And it's strength 6, toughness value of 4.
Cool, so we've got 2 Wrens.
2 Wrens, so they're both AP2, so they're going to be on a cover save of...
We're shooting for intervening terrain, and we've got night fighting, so 4 up.
So that's the 2 Wrens. 1 saved, so that's 1 wound he takes, and then 2 normal saves. He has a 4 up save.
The tactical squad at the front are going to shoot at the Thousand Suns tactical squad in the building. So we need 3s to hit, 10 shots. Half of them hit. And then we need 4s to wound. And that's 4. Plays down.
3 up, normal arm save. Lost 1.
Okay, quick summary of that then. The shooting phase was pretty successful, knocked out one of the objectives early on with the Contemptor with the Careys. That's fantastic, 3 victory points in the bag. The other Contemptor with the Careys shot at the other objective, knocking some wounds off it, but it's not done. We've got Tactical Marines and the Warlord units on my right flank, moving in on Dan's HQ. Want to try and get that Warlord pip, that'd be great. The other tactical squad in the centre shot at the tactical squad in the building, try and whittle them back a little bit. And the tactical squad in the building ran also very poorly. Again, a 1 on their run move. Not so hot. Fat barbarians rather than Space Wolves, I think. But that really summarises that turn. I can't really complain. It was a good first round of shooting.
Right, so the Thousand Suns first movement, we're losing that objective straight away was quite bad for us, I think, really. We've lost 3 victory points straight off the bat. I moved this objective, the Flesh Change Marine, pulled him back 6 inches. I obviously need to protect him as much as I can now. I don't know who the other objective guy is, who they're searching for, so I've given him a nice bodyguard. I've just moved the veterans just ever so slightly. They're there as a backup almost. I very much want to keep control of this. Move this Rhino forward, that's just the tac squad. Just push them forward and going to sort of keep my options open. Roll to move through the building with the Leviathan. He's just pulled forward, trying to take the fight to them. My Contemptor's moved forward as well. He's obviously looking towards these, and I'm going to try and bring the Terminators in. They're a little bit out of the way now, so I need to get them involved in the fight. I was kind of hoping to be protecting that objective, but obviously that's gone now, so I need to bring them up as quick as I can. Thousand Suns shooting phase, turn 1. My first target will be this squad. I'm going to shoot my Contemptor at them using all the 12 shots from the carries. I'm hoping this should make a nice dent on them. Ballistic skill 5, so 2s to hit. Not my greatest round of rolling, so that's 5 misses. Strength 6, toughness 4, so again that's 2s to wound. 6 is a rending. Oh, that's 2 rends, that's quite good, and 5 normal saves. Right, next up, Leviathan's going to shoot the regular Dreadnought. That big scary flamer is big AP3 flamer. So first of all, I'm going to do the Cyclonic Melter Lance, which is 18-inch range, strength 9. They're 12 on the front, so oh well, I've got to roll to hit first, obviously. 3 hits, strength 9, armor 12, so it's 3s to glance. So it's 1 glance and 1 pen.
So we've got, I'll try and save the glance first with the 6 up from night fighting. Not made. And then I'll try and save the pen with the 6 up. Not made.
So AP1, I'll roll on the damage. 4, so AP1 plus 2, so 6. So that's 2 hull points and it's immobilised.
Oof.
Ouch.
As I didn't kill it, I'm going to try and use the Volkite calibers because they're strength 6, so I can glance it to death. These are 2 shots each, twin linked. Twin linked. So
What's your ballistic skill?
Ballistic skill 5.
Cool. Sorry.
So that's 4 hits.
Right. Now I need 6s to glance. 1 glance, but he still gets his night fighting cover save.
So 6 up for a night fighting cover save. Fail.
Oh.
Close.
So that is 1 Dreadnought destroyed.
Wrecked.
Glance to death. Next up, it's going to have a quick pot shot with from the Rhino. The 2 guns on top are going to have a quick shoot at that tactical squad over there. So, just 2 shots. Ballistic skill 4, so 3s to hit. 2 hits. Strength 4, toughness 4, so 4s to wound. 2 wounds. Unfortunately, not rending. 2 normal saves.
So your regular armor saves are 3 up.
Ooh.
1 failed.
Takes 1 down.
Next up, I'm going to have 2 of the guys shooting out the hatch from the top, both within range. Both ballistic skill 4, so 3s to hit. That's 2 hits. Strength 4, toughness 4, so 4s to wound. That's 2 wounds,
Nice.
both with a normal armor save.
2 more bolter shots coming in.
2 more normal armor
2 more
saves.
dead.
Both made.
All in all, not really a bad first turn. I know I lost the 3 points there, but got the first blood, seeing as Pete didn't, seeing as the Space Wolves didn't destroy anything. Made a nice dent in that unit. The AP3 flamer was making me a little bit nervous, so I'm glad that's gone. Feel a lot better about this objective now. It's a lot more controlled. I feel like I've got a bit of a bodyguard around it, so not too bad. I've got the 1 victory point back, so we're clawing our way back there slowly. So, but yeah, no, quite a good turn.
Space Wolves turn 2 movement phase. Firstly, successful roll for reserves to arrive. So my Rune Priest and his veterans have outflanked over here, closing in on that vital objective. See if we can whittle down some of the body card the Thousand Suns have put around it. Obviously the good Earth Magic of Fenris is doing us some favours today. Tactical squad have started to move out of the building. Good roll on that, they're making some ground now. Tactical squad in the middle of the board, moving forward, pushing up. Start to close in on that Thousand Suns Rhino, get the tactical squad out of it hopefully and gut them. The two Contemptors have moved up very much into the midfield of the board, trying to give us a bit of variety on our targets. We've got the Rhino on the flank over there, and then we've got the Leviathan looming, obviously. I'd probably quite like to target that. The Warlord and his Huskarls are moving up, making a beeline for Thousand Suns Warlord, and the tactical squad moving up in support of them, hopefully get in the way of it, maybe try and tie that Contemptor up. Space Wolves shooting phase turn 2. Starting with the Contemptor Dreadnought on the right hand side, shooting into the Leviathan. So we've got 6 shots from the Carries, 2s to hit. 1 miss, 5 hits. Then we've got Strength 6 weapon on a front armour of 13.
So
need the rend.
We need some 6s, don't we?
6s. 1 6.
Ooh. Takes you to 12. Now you D3. Ooh, glance.
Just a glance.
I still get 4 up invulnerable, so which is no problem. No hit. So he takes the whole point?
He does indeed.
Right, no problem at all.
And next up we've got a second Contemptor, is that right?
That's correct. So second Contemptor firing on the same target. So 6 more shots. 2s to hit. All hit.
Great.
And we're looking for 6s again. No joy.
Not a sausage.
Thank you.
Leviathan still stands proud. Okay, starting with the veteran squad, we're not going to waste any combi weapons at the moment, but we're going to fire all of them bolt weapons on full lock into the tactical marines in the building. So we've got 20 shots going into them. 3s to hit. So 15 hits, 4s to wound. We've got 2 rends and 6 regular.
Right, so the first 2 go down as they're rending. I've got no kind of cover save or anything, and then 6 normal saves, so 3 up, normal armour saves. Oh, they're all fine.
Oh, all made.
Yeah, so I just lose 2 guys. I'll take that.
So we got the Rune Priest going next with the bolt pistol, firing at the same time. High ballistic skill, so he's only 2s to hit. That's a hit. That's a wound.
That's a wound, normal bolt pistol, normal 3 up armour save. Ah, lovely.
Loves it.
Take soaking it up, hey?
I'm just losing 25% of the unit. I've got a leadership test, so sergeant in there, leadership 9.
Wander away.
Lovely. 1 and 2, so 3 in total, easily passed.
Okay, quite reasonably successful shooting phase. The veterans came in, put a bit of fire into the tactical squad, whittled them down a little bit. Tactical squads have both ran forward. They're going to try and close in on those Thousand Suns. So we lost the Dreadnought, that's not that helpful, but the Warlord and his Huskarls are moving up, again still making a beeline for that independent character. And the tactical squad have got a wriggle on and moving up in support. Going to try and get them in, get that Power Fist and those Melter Bombs into that Carries wielding Contemptor and see if we can do some damage over there. Space Wolves turn to assault. The only thing we've really got to deal with is the tactical squad getting straight into the Contemptor, bring that Power Fist and Melter Bombs in. So first off, the Contemptor will get to Overwatch.
Right, so I've got 12 shots at Overwatch, 6s to hit. Easy, no worries, going to wipe these out, no problem. There's a cock. So that's 1 hit.
Oof.
And, 2s to wound, 1 wound. Normal armour save, 3 up.
Normal save.
Oh.
No problem.
Nice, love it.
We've got a charge distance then of 5 inches, so let's see if we can get them in. No! 4 inches! Oh.
What is going on?
Slowest Space Wolves in the world! A little bit of a summary then. Made some ground on the flank, getting stuck into the tactical squad, moving in an objective with the veterans, that's great. The Rune Priest on the board. after that, largely unsuccessful. Everything moved up a little bit, but that tactical squad failing that charge against the Contemptor really could have done with tying that up and not having it shoot at me again. Getting that power fist and the metal bombs into play would have been, one or the other would have been very helpful. It's a little bit disappointing.
Right, Thousand Suns turn 2 movement. Luckily, I got my reserve in. My javelin scattered 4 inches, but luckily didn't land on anything. So he's arrived successfully. I'm hoping to put 2 of the crack missiles into the back of that. I've deployed this tac squad. I'm going to try and put some rapid fire down onto that squad. Try and thin them out a little bit. My veterans and my psyker have got out of their rhino. I'm going to be shooting towards these. I need to try and protect that objective, hoping that my psyker's not the other secret objective I don't know about. I don't want him getting squashed. I've moved my Leviathan forward just within range of one of the Contemptors. Not 100% sure whether I'm going to shoot at the Contemptor or the Terminators just yet. Move my Contemptor forward, push him towards his Warlord, hoping, well, bypass this tac squad and hoping to get my Terminators put some damage onto this tac squad here. So, yep, hopefully the shooting goes well. Right, so turn 2 shooting for the Thousand Suns. First of all, my heavy flamer. We've measured here, and I can make 5 hits from my Terminators. So roll to wound. That's a heavy flame. So that's strength 5. So toughness 4. 3's to wound. That's 4 wounds. That's not bad. I'll take that. Yeah, 4 wounds, 3 up.
Fine, so 3 up saves, only an AP4 weapon, so normal armour saves. 2 failed.
Your sergeant's first. I don't know if you want to make a lookout, sir.
Failed. Oh, quick leadership test on these guys. There's no more shooting coming in, so 9. That's a fail because the sergeant's gone, so they're off.
2d6 back towards your own table.
2d6, rolling in there again. 6 inches back. They're going.
Right, next up, shooting the Mortis into the Terminator zone. I'm hoping to get some nice rending hits, push him up to his invulnerable. So, ballistic skill 5, so 2's to hit, 12 shots. Ooh, 3 misses. I'll take them 6s next time. 9 hits. Toughness 4, so 2's to wound, 6's a rending. So that's 3 rend, 2, 4, 6 normal saves of 2 up.
Okay, Ren's first then. I'm straight into my 4 up save on these, so I'm going to get these in 1 at a time on that front Terminator before we have to measure to see whether it's the Warlord or the other chap. So 4 ups, failed. Oh! Right, then that puts us, next closest guy is the normal Terminator as well, so we're okay. So another 4 up, please. No, there's 2 guys down, and this last one then is on the Warlord. And no, he doesn't either, so he takes that. So that's knocked him down a wound. So that's 6 normal attacks coming in. I'm going to use my normal save, but the Warlord's first, so I'm going to try and look out sir these into one of his Huskarls. So this is 6 lookout sirs of a 2+ on the character. So all lookout sirs made. So these.
You're going to have to do them 1 at a time.
Yeah, I am, aren't
I? So 2 up.
So these are 2 up saves. We need to do these 1 at a time. So fine. We're good. Oh,
good work.
Space Wars taking it on the chin.
Next up, I think my Javelin's going to shoot this Contemptor. Obviously, he's a little bit close, so I'm going to fire the heavy bolter first because I can actually pen with it being armour 10 on the back and it being strength 5. So it's strafing run as well. So anything on the ground, I get +1 to my ballistic skill. So that's ballistic skill 5. So 2's to hit. That's 3 hits. Now I need 5s to glance, 6s to pen. That's 1 glance and 2 pen. Pete does get a 5 up invulnerable save due to it being there.
So 2 glances and 1 pen?
2 pens and 1 glance.
No, that's depressing. Okay, so 5 up on the glance. Made. 2 5 ups on the pens. Both through.
Rolling the damage chart. It's not AP anything, so so that's immobilised and weapon destroyed, I believe.
So you've got
2 weapons.
So 1, 2, 3, it's the carries.
It's lost its combat arm, and it's immobilised, and it's down to 1 whole point. I've still got the rocket launchers to shoot yet. Right, next up, it's going to fire the 2 missile launchers. I'm going to use the 2 crack missiles. It's 2 shots and it's twin linked. Again, 2s to hit. So that's 2 hits. These are strength 8 with the rear armour 10. 2s to glance. Anything above is a pen. So double 1. So no damage caused there. Right, next up, my Leviathan's going to have a shot at the other Contemptor, hopefully killing him. This would really make my day. So 3 shots. It's a Cyclonic Melter Lance, so it's 18 inches. It is just within range, so 3 shots. That's 2 hits. That would be in strength 9, armour 13 on the front, so I need 4s to glance. Anything above is a pen. That's 2 pens. He has his 5 up invulnerable.
T5 up invulnerable saves.
That's
1
mate,
main,
so there's only
so
1
1
gone
through.
AP 1. 4, so it's +2, so that's immobilised and a whole point. Right, next up, this tac squad are going to rapid fire. They've got out the Rhino. They're going to rapid fire into the other tactical squad. Hopefully, take 3 or 4 of them down, thin them out a little bit. So all within rapid fire range. But I've got a bolt pistol on the sergeant, so that's 19 shots in total. That'd be 3s to hit. Oh, there's a few ones I can see in there. So it's 13 hits. Strength 4, toughness 4, so 4s to wound. Hopefully doing well. Oh, there's a lot of 3s and 2s and 1s. So that's 4 wounds in total. That's not that great.
It's not that bad, Harry. It's not that bad.
I'm not a wizard.
Right, so 4 3-up armour saves. Oh, that's 3 walls dropped from bolter fire.
Right, going to fire the bolters off the Rhino into them as well. They're both within rapid fire range, so 4 shots, 3s to hit. 2 hits, 2 wounds. 1 wound, sorry, 2. That's 1 normal save of 3-up.
1 normal 3-up save. Failed. Oh.
They're going to fail that leadership and run as well.
Dogs like to run.
Next up, this tactical squad are going to shoot through my veterans, at his veterans. I've got 4 within rapid fire range, and then a bolt pistol that isn't in range, and then 2 normal bolt shots. So 3s to hit. Oh, that's not bad. 1 miss. And 4s to wound. Take out the misses. So that's 4 wounds. So 4 normal armour saves.
Yep, 4 4-up armour saves. There we go, 1 failed, 1 3-up failed.
Right, next up, my veterans are going to have a pop at these. They're going to use their combi weapons this time, so I'm going to be rapid firing the combi plasmas because they're within half range. I'm going to do these individually because they do get hot. So first one, 1 hit, 1 miss, so that's 1. Second one, a get hot and a miss. I'll do my armor save on that. Failed, so 1 guy drops. Next one, 2 gets hot. Another 1 drops, so I've killed more of my own troops than I have of his. And that one's fine, but a miss. So that was 1 hit, 2 to kill. Yep. Now the combi melter hits and
That's
kills.
Yep.
Yep. My console's bolt pistol. That's a hit. Oh, that's a cock. And that's a wound. So that's 1 normal armor save from a bolt pistol.
Normal 3-up armour save. Made.
Right. Next up, I'm going to do the Rhino into him as well. So multi melter misses. Bolter 2 hits. 4s to wound. 1 normal wound.
1 normal armour save. 3-up. It's a 1. Of course, it's a 1.
Due to my standard dice rolling and killing more of my models than the enemy normally does, I'm just going to take a quick leadership test on these. They're going to be which is fine because I've got my console in there, thankfully. Right, not a bad shooting phase, even though this didn't quite go to plan with my veterans. I managed to blow myself kill more with the plasmas than I did of his, but successfully thinned them down a little bit. I wanted to make a bigger hole. This went really well. Very happy with how that shooting phase went. That's really thinned that other tactical squad down. Obviously immobilising both of them contemptors has been fantastic for me. I'm hoping that they're not just going to sit there and keep rending whole points off this guy. Obviously a couple of Terminators going, that's always a good thing. Not super happy about that squad running. I did kind of want to get into combat with them, but not the end of the world. Yeah, I can say fairly happy with how that's gone. Obviously the Javelin done fantastically well. Super happy with that, and hopefully you should be able to pick one of them off next turn. So yeah, good. Right, so 1000 Suns assault phase. I'm going to try and charge the unit that I made fall back with the Terminators. It is 10 inches, so I'm hoping a little bit, but Pete's going to try and overwatch me.
3 of the Space Wolf tactical marines can see, so that's 3 shots back, so 6s. No joy.
Right, now I just need a 10 inches, no problem. 8, no, not quite. I saw the 2 first, so I bet Pete saw the 6 first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not a bad turn. It's looking more likely I can get towards that warlord, even though I'm expecting the counter charge this time. But yeah, all in all, a pretty successful turn, I think.
Space Wolf's turn 3 movement. Started off getting the veterans and the Rune Priest up, getting them in the face of the 1000 Suns veterans. We're gonna do away with some of that sorcery nonsense and try and kick them back a bit. Tactical squad move forward, again closing in, want to try and, whilst the veterans tie up the other veterans, try and get in and engage that tactical squad at the back and the objective. The other tactical squad getting formed up for a charge, moved forward. Both the Contemptors are immobilised, there's no movement there. The Warlord's making his way in, just tiptoeing and creeping past that Contemptor. I really want to engage that Warlord unit and get a challenge in there, maybe get that Warlord point if we're lucky. The tactical squad at the back have failed to regroup and continue to run back a further 6 inches, which is not ideal. Just going the other way on Prospero. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Space Wolves turn 3 shooting phase. Starting off with this Contemptor firing his carries straight across here into the other Contemptor. Let's try and get that out of the way before it gives more Warlords some grief. So 6 shots, 2's to hit. All hit.
Preferably no 6s.
Let's see what we can get. So we're on. We want those 6s for the rend.
See 2.
2 rends.
So we're up to 12.
So
D3 on both of them.
D3 on both of them. So we've got.
So it's 1 pen and 1 glance. So I've got my 2 5-up saves. I'll do the glance. Yep, and pen. Should have done this the other way around. Yep, so the pen's gone through. So roll on that.
Let's see what that penetrating hit does. It's a 5. So it's a 6.
So that's immobilised.
And
a whole point.
Firing the second Contemptor at the Leviathan. So that's 6 shots. 2's to hit. So we're all hits. And then we want 6s for the rend. I want to see some 6s, and absolutely none. Okay, the small tactical squad here are going to fire their bolt pistols into these guys in anticipation of the charge. So 3's to hit. 3 misses, it's not great. And then all of them 6s. No, it would have been 4's to wound. So no joy, no damage. So starting with the veteran squad then. We're not actually going to charge it. We're going to try and put some firepower into 10,000 Suns and get rid of them. So we're going to start with 2 combi plasmas, which are here and here. I'm going to fire them individually. So first combi plasma.
Both miss.
Both miss, but no overheat. Second combi plasma. 1 hit, no overheat. So 1 hit through combi plasma. So that's 2's to wound. And that's a wound.
That's evaporated.
And then we're on to bolt weapons. We've got 4 combi bolters firing. Sorry, 4 bolt guns rapid firing, beg pardon. So that's 8 dice. These are 3's to hit, 6s will be precision shot. Let's cocked. So, right, we've got
1 precision shot.
3 misses. We've got 1 precision shot. Oh, 2 precision shots, and we've got 3 regular. We've got 2 precision shots, allocating them 1 at a time against the Sergeant of 1,000 Suns. So that will be 4s to wound, 6s will be AP2. So no joy with that. So the second one, that's an AP2.
So yeah, there's no save for that, so he's going to die, unfortunately.
So 3 remaining shots, because they're vets with sniper, we're looking at 4s to wound and 6s will be AP2. So we're looking at nothing going through at all. Okay, the Huskarl from the Terminator Command Squad is going to fire his combi bolter into the 1,000 Suns Terminators in anticipation of assaulting next turn. So 2 hits, and then strength 4, toughness 4, 4s, 2 wounds.
Ooh, 2 normal 2 saves.
2 normal saves.
Fine, thankfully. They're the ones I normally fail.
In summary of the shooting phase of the Space Wolves then, the veterans on the far side put a bit of damage out onto those 1,000 Suns, knocked them back a bit, got rid of that power fist, which was a bit of a concern for me. The other tactical squads have moved up, we've got some bolt pistols off over here, didn't really do much, but we're going to get a charge in with them in a moment. The Careys tried to make the most of their turn by putting some shots forward onto the Leviathan and the Contemptor. Not really a great job. We've got the Contemptor immobilised and down a hull point, which is a bit of a help, but not ideal. There's nothing I can do about this pesky javelin sat behind me. I'm going to get the Warlord and his unit forward into the 1,000 Suns Terminators and see if we can still pip for that Warlord victory point, but we'll see how it goes. Space Wolves turn 3 combat phase. First combat then, we've got the Praetor and his Huskarl over here who are going to charge the 1,000 Suns Terminators. So Overwatch.
Yep, I've got a heavy flamer in there, so that's D3. Oh, sorry. So that's 1. Strength 5, so 3's to wound. So wound. So that's your normal.
Are you going to tank this on the Warlord, or are you going to look out?
Yeah, no, normal 2 up on the Warlord.
Loving it.
All in his stride, no issue. Cool, we got a 6-inch charge distance, so let's see if we can get this in. 7, we're in comfortably.
Right, so challenge.
Charge is in, yeah, challenge, absolutely. My Warlord challenges.
I'll accept with my Warlord then. I should take it with my Sergeant, but
You're a better man than that.
this is exciting.
Good, excellent. Okay, so the Praetor is 4 attacks base. He's got +1 for 2 close combat weapons, being the lightning claws, +1 for digital lasers, +1 on the charge. He's got Furious Charge, because the Space Wolves don't have their own rules yet, so that's the Legion substitute rule, making him a whopping strength 5 on the charge and 7 attacks. Okay, so 7 attacks. He is going to be 4s to hit. Oof. I can, it's mastercrafted, I can reroll 1 fail. So that's in. So that's 2 missed. So that's going to be 3s to wound on the 5 that got through because of the Furious Charge. And because they're lightning claws, I can reroll the fails.
For shred.
For shred.
So we've got 4 AP3 wounds.
For the 1,000 Suns to have to deal with.
Right, so I'll take my saves down here. That's 2 ups. Oh, all made. Lovely. So, right, now attacking back, because he's the Praetor Tribune, he has 4 attacks at standard, but he does come with digital lasers, so that's 5 attacks, same weapon skill, so 4s to hit, mastercrafted, so I get to reroll 1, so that's 2 hits. Now, I'm at strength 4, oh no, it's +1 strength for a Paragon Blade, excuse me, so it's 3s to wound, and then AP2, so...
And 6s have Murderous Strike, so instant death.
So that's a instant death and a normal one.
Cool, so my saves then, so it's an AP2 weapon, so
Yes,
I'm on my
straight.
4-up save, so I need to do the instant death one separately, don't I?
Yeah.
So we'll do that one first, so we're looking for that good old 4-up, that's fine.
Oh.
And then for the other wound, we're fine.
Next initiative step, Lightning Claws. They've moved forward now. They have 2 attacks as standard and then 1 for the Lightning Claws. It's 4s to hit. Oh, that's not bad. And 4s again to wound with Shred. He's only AP3 though, so he'll get his normal save. Take my 1s out for Shred. Oh, wound 2. 4, 6, 8.
8.
That's 8 normal saves,
Wow.
which they were rending.
Yeah. Cool. 8 normal saves then. So we're looking for 2 ups on all of these. So 2 armour saves failed, so he is dead, and a wound carries over onto the Praetor, putting him down to 1 wound.
Right, down to initiative 1. I've got a chain fist in there, so he gets 2 attacks as standard, and that's 4s to hit against the Praetor. Ah, no hits.
But you're alright, the Space Wolf can't hit back because he's gone at the previous initiative step, so
Yes.
there's no swinging axes.
And you're fearless, so
Fearless,
we're locked in combat.
So the 5 tactical marines in the middle are going to assault the Thousand Suns, but before they get to make their charge, a bit of Overwatch.
Lovely. Rapid fire Overwatch. Loads of 6s here, watch.
It wasn't bad.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'll take that. Right. So 4s again to wound. 2 wounds.
So
I'd like it if you failed these, because then that would increase your charge
I
range.
bet you would. So I'll give
Oh,
you one.
well.
Just lose one.
Lose one guy.
That's not bad. Any killing Overwatch is always a bonus, I think.
So with the loss of the guy at the front, that puts us 2 inches apart, but because of the cover, it's a 4 I need, so 6. Well in. Cool, so everyone's up, everyone's piling in. Challenge.
Yeah, I accept with my sergeant there.
Lovely, so 2 sergeants, just move them aside. Okay, so we've got 3 marines at initiative 4, so they're 1 attack each base, +1 for close combat weapons, which they took as an upgrade, and then +1 for charging. So nice healthy 9 attacks. We want 4s.
When you say we,
Well, the Space Wolves, the loyalists, you know. And then
Emperor's lapdogs.
Four.
Furious charge.
Oh, so 3s to wound,
3s to
+1 strength, correct, because of furious. So 3s to wound.
So 4.
That'll be 4, please.
I'll take my saves down here. 4 normal 3-ups. Oh, 2 dead. I'd somehow managed to pull 2 Marines from this squad along with them, so I've taken them out now. They were at the front, so I've removed them. I've only got 4 guys that can actually attack, so they're going to take their attacks. It's just 4s and 4s. These have no upgrades on them at all. So that's 1 hit. 1 wound.
And now 1 3-up armor save. Comfy. Okay, so on to the challenge. We're both at the same time going to roll the Space Wolf first. So he's 3 attacks, that's 2 base and +1 for charging. So 4s to hit,
I'll
so
do
that's
it.
3 comfortable hits, and then we want 2s to kill. Only 1.
It'll do. Right, I still get my attacks back. So it's just 2 attacks. 1 hit. 1 dead. So we splat each other.
Yeah, both down.
Right, I lost combat by 2, so I don't have my sergeant anymore, so I need a 6. Oh, which I
got
do. That was lucky.
Okay, so in summary then, not a bad turn, not great, but not a bad turn. We're making a little bit of ground. The veterans on the far side made a bit of a hole in the Thousand Suns. In hindsight, maybe should have fired bolt pistols and charged, but probably going to suffer the counter charge now. We'll see how that pans out. Tactical squad moving up, still want to just zip them around, get stuck into that objective, and the tactical squad at the back. These guys made some good ground winning the combat. Unfortunately, the Thousand Suns have stuck around, but we're making some ground there. The +1 close combat weapons is helping. I think the Carey's Contemptor's days are numbered with the firepower that's drifting around them, but we'll see how they get on in the next turn. We've got a tactical at the back here, still falling back. Hopefully we can save them before they run off the board. And the Warlord's not doing too hot. He's lost all his bodyguard, he's stuck in combat with a Praetor and Terminator squad, and he's down to 1 wound. So I think that's probably going to be an easy victory point for Dan, but we'll for the Thousand Suns, but we'll see how that pans out. Hopefully the Wolves can drag something out of the ashes.
Thousand Suns movement phase, turn 3. Obviously they're locked in combat. He's immobilised, so he's not going anywhere. The Javelins just moved across a little bit to hopefully, if we kill them Contemptors, he can come over here next turn and start getting involved. I've moved the Leviathan over a little bit, giving him the possibility to be able to either shoot at the Contemptor or maybe start having a crack at the guys over here. I've literally just backed these up a little bit. Tried to keep them well, just to face obviously the oncoming onslaught that I'm going to face with the tac squad and the veterans there. So yeah, I think I'm ready to shoot. Right, before we get to shooting, I finally remember this time. I forgot last time, but it's the psychic phase. I have a librarian on the board.
It's good that we get a psychic phase. I forgot one. Dan's forgot 2 so far. So
well, my psyker was in a vehicle at first, so
okay.
He couldn't actually do anything. So I need to roll now to see how many we get in the psychic pool. 4. So that's 4 dice.
What psychic mastery is your?
I've got level 2, so I get 2 extra dice, so that gives me 6 dice in total.
So my guy's level 1, so I'll get 5 dice.
First one I'm going to roll for, I'm going to try and put precedence on the tac squad behind me. That's warp charge 2, so I need 2 4-ups to do that. So roll, this is where I normally break out the double 6s. So no, that doesn't come off because I only got 1 warp charge. And the second one I'm going to do 4 boding on the psyker and his unit. What that does is give them overwatch at their normal ballistic skill. Right, so I just need 1 for this. No, doesn't come off. So that's what you get for remembering psychic phases. Nothing actually happened. Right, Thousand Suns shooting phase, turn 3. The psychic phase didn't go too well, so I'm going to start at this end of the board. I'm going to try and shoot this carries at the one that immobilised him. So we've got 12 shots, 2s to hit. There's a few 1s in there. So that's 3 1s. So we've got 9 hits. Right, now I need 6s to glance because it's side armour.
Yep.
So that's 3, and they're rending. So let's see if they. Well, they will pen. Let's see what they do. So yeah, 3 pens. 3 5-ups from me.
3 5-ups from me. All made.
Wow.
Sorry, Dan.
Fair play. Next up, the javelin's going to shoot at the back of the other contemptor. I'll try the heavy bolter first. 2s to hit. Strength 5. Armor 10, so 5 to glance, 6s to pen. 1 glance, 1 pen.
Okay. 5-up saves then, so a 5-up for the glance. No, a 5 for the pen. Fine. So it's 1 glance. That's his last hull point, so he is now wrecked.
Right, so the Leviathan's going to fire his cyclonic melter lance at the guy that managed to make all his saves before. That's 3 shots. That's 3 hits. It's strength 9, armor 13 on the front, so 4s to glance. That's 2 pens, AP
So
1.
2 5-up saves. 1 made, 1 through.
5. So, but he's wrecked anyway. It's his last whole
Yep.
point. Tac squad at the back are going to shoot through my veterans towards the veterans. I've got 6 within rapid fire and 2 that aren't, so I've got 14 shots, 3s to hit. Oh, that's not bad.
So the 2.
Oh.
There you go. 12 shots through.
4s to wound.
This is one famous Dan ones.
Oh, there's 3 of them.
Better. 4 of them. Couple of 2s in there. Yeah.
So that's 5 normal wounds.
Cool. So 5 3-ups. That's just coming in. That's fine. I'll take them all. 2 failed. So 2 Spaceball veterans down.
Right, next up the vets are going to shoot at his vets again. I've got 2 bolters which are going to rapid fire, and I have the pistol on the console, but he's going to go last because any 6 is a precision shot. So that's 1 miss, 2 hits and 1 precision shot, which I'm going to put onto your librarian. So 4s to wound. It's 1 normal wound for him.
Cool. 1 3-up armor save.
Fine.
So 3. We're all gold.
And then the 2 normal ones. 2 wounds.
2 3-ups. 3 and a 5. We're laughing.
Right, bolt pistol. Single shot. Hits. Ooh. And wounds on a 4. So save.
So 1 3-up save.
Right.
So 4. Made it.
This round is going to shoot the same squad, the vets. So I'll do the 2 from the bolter. 1 hit, 4 to wound. No. The multi-melter. No, still not hit. 2 rapid fire bolters from the rhino into the squad right in front of it here. Oh, 1 hit. No wound. Shooting phase didn't go bad. I'm happy that both the contemptors are gone. I would have preferred to have been able to do it with the carries. Thin the veterans down a little bit. I would have liked to have taken a couple more, but I suppose beggars can't be choosers. But yeah, overall 2 contemptors dead. Yeah, happy days, I suppose.
Good. We should also mention quickly that this squad passed the leadership test, so they didn't fall back.
Right, so Thousand Suns assault phase, turn 3 it is. Nothing's charging, everything fired their rapid fire weapons, but we're just going to go with the 2 combats that we've already got locked in.
Okay, so we're just looking at 6 attacks because of that additional close combat weapon from the Space Wolves. So we're looking at 4s to hit. So 3 hits. And then we're looking at 4s to wound. So 1 wound.
Saved. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 guys, just 1 attack each. 4s to hit. Oh, this is going to be a long combat. That's 2 hit. 1 wound.
1 dead.
No.
I win combat by 1. So your leadership 7. Fine.
Happy days.
Right, so we're down to the Warlords. We're still in a challenge, so both being higher initiative, we will go first. He's only got 1 wound left, so I'm really hoping to take the Warlord. There's a nice victory point for me there.
I really don't want to give that victory point up. This is not a good time in the game to be losing victory points like Warlord.
I'm very glad that we managed to thin his Terminators out before, so it's just him left. So we both go at the same time, but I'm going to roll first. I get 5 attacks, 4 is standard, 1 for the digital lasers, so 4s to hit. Mastercrafted, so I can re-roll 1 of those. Nope, so that's just 2 hits. No. Strength 5, AP 2, so 3s to wound.
Oh, murderous strike.
Murderous strike as well, so that's instant death.
Cool. So
You're
only
only 1
AP2,
wound
so I'm
anyway,
on
yeah,
my
so it's 2
invulnerable save,
invulnerables.
So 2 invulnerables. 1 failed, so he is dead, but he will get to attack back.
He does get to attack back, yeah.
So the Praetor's on 6 attacks, he's hitting back, he's dead, but he's going to hit back. So against the Warlord, he will be 4s to hit.
Yep.
Mastercrafted, so I can reroll 1. No joy. So that's 3 hits, and then he'll be 4s to wound.
Yep, correct.
Because I've not got the benefit of Furious Charge this time. So there'll be 2 wounds, please, Dan.
Is that only AP3?
It is only AP3.
So that's 2 up saves on my Warlord. Fine. So yeah, slayed the Warlord.
Gutting for the Space Wolves.
And how far did the Thousand Suns consolidate?
4 inches. Right, that's the end of my turn 3. That's gone pretty well. I got the Warlord. I'm still not sure who the secret guy is that I'm supposed to be protecting. It's either my Psyker, I think, or my Warlord. He really wanted my Warlord dead. I was thinking that'd be 4 victory points for it if it had killed him, if it is him. Both Contemptors dead. Locked in combat here. Still looking a little dicey area. I've not got too much backup for the Flesh Change Marine there, but yeah, it could be a lot worse. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Space Wolves turn 4 movement phase. Starting on up here, then we've got the veterans and the Rune Priest are moving forward, get ready to go take on his psychic counterpart and the other veterans. Tactical squad moving up, they're going to get stuck in there, really wanting to gun for that objective in the tactical squad at the back. All of my walkers are destroyed in the middle, so there's nothing there. This small tactical squad heroically have regrouped and are going to rejoin the fight. Maybe get some snapshots off at them Terminators, see if we can do some real damage with bolt guns. Space Wolves turn 4 psychic phase. It's using that good earthly Fenris magic. So
Psychers, dirty Psychers.
it's not Warptane here. Right, so we're going to get 6 dice apiece, and I'm +1 for my mastery level. So 7
2.
dice for me.
So I've got 8 more than 9.
I want to try and use, well, I've got Biomancy, so I want to try and put a Malediction of Enfeeble on this tactical squad here. That's what I'm going for. And I'm going to try and get that off on all 7 of my dice. So I need 4s to get that off. So
Somebody's never perilled.
Ooh. Wow.
You're right. Somebody never has perilled.
Right, so what do I need? 6.
Yeah.
6, 5 ups. 1, 2, 3. No,
Good effort. So Enfeeble goes off on the squad at the back.
Tactical squad here, yeah. And Enfeeble is -1 penalty to both their strength and toughness, and they'll treat all terrain, even open ground, as difficult terrain.
I'm suddenly thinking that my psychic isn't this.
Maybe
You're ignoring him completely.
Maybe I want that sergeant dead, you know? Spaceballs turn 4 shooting phase. So we're going to start here with these 4 tactical marines. They regrouped, so they're on snapshot. So we're going to put 4 snapshots into the 1,000 Sun Terminators over here. So hope for some 6s. Nothing. Okay, the next unit to shoot is going to be this 10-man strong tactical squad, and they are going to rapid fire into the librarian and the 2 veterans that are standing in the way. So let's get some 3s to hit going on 20 dice. 6 misses. We want some 4s to wound. Oh, not so good. Seen a lot of 1s and 2s. A lot of 1s and 2s. But 2, 4, 6.
There's a 3 there.
Oh, beg your pardon. 5 through. So that'll be 5 armour saves, please.
Right, I'll do these separately. I'll do them 2 at a time because the 2 guys are 3 up and he has artificial armour, so he's at 2 up. 1 drops. So 2, and then I'll do these 1 at a time. He's dead as well, and normal. So the 2 veterans are gone, but the psycho is still there. Right, Space Wolves finished shooting at the veterans, so I'm going to take a leadership test. He's on 10, so that's 6. That's lovely.
Okay, so the veteran's going to get stuck in onto the tactical squad at the back here. There's no blocking line of sight, and the Rune Priest already cast Enfeeble onto them, so they're a -1 toughness. So we've got 4 bolt guns rapid firing, so it's going to be a nice 8 shots, and we want 3s to hit. Now that is a good set of 6 hits, but there's a 6 in there which is a precision hit.
So we'll do that separate. We'll do the precision separate.
Okay.
So the precision shot, you need a 4s to wound, 6s rend. 3s to wound, 6s
3s
rend.
to wound, 6s rend. So that's a rend, and I'm going to put that on your sergeant, please.
So he's dead, yeah?
Yep.
Yep. Now the
And
rest need 3s to wound, 6s rend.
3s to wound. Oh, I need 2.
Oh, sorry. Not the camera. 1 saved, 1 failed.
Now we should also reveal at this point that Pete.
I had a sneaking suspicion.
The sergeant in that squad was in fact the officer we were trying to destroy with encrypted data.
Correct.
So that puts 3 victory points into the Space Wolves tally.
Yes, it does.
Ridiculous.
So we've got the Rune Priest firing to the same unit. Centurion, this has got 5, so he's going to be 2s to hit. So that's a hit. And then he's going to be 3s to wound because of Enfeeble. So that's a wound.
That's just a bolt pistol, yeah?
Yep.
So normal save. No, lost 1. Right, I've lost 3 guys out of this unit, so that's a leadership test. I'm hoping not for them to run off the board. And 10, so that's failed. So 2d6. 6 inches, I think they're going to be off the board. Right, I did take them off the board because I failed, but I completely forgot I put Vexillas in the squad, so we're going to re-roll and then see how it goes. But 6, so no, that is actually, now I've got to try and remember where they were. Sorry.
Okay, summary after the shooting phase for the Space Wolves then, that's gone a lot better. The veterans and the tactical marines have made a big hole over here. Critically, I've taken that sergeant, which is a major objective, putting me up to 6. 1,000 Suns have still got 1 in hand, with Warlord and First Blood puts them on 5, so it's still all to play for. Everything's dissolved at this end. All I've got remaining is a little tactical squad, which has got a lot of firepower bearing down on it. We've still got a combat in hand, so let's get that sorted, and then we can move on to the 1,000 Suns. Space Wolves turn 4 combat phase. The only combat we've got is the one in the middle. I've got 2 Space Wolves in there, tactical marines with combat weapons, so they're 4 attacks. So they're going to be 4s to hit, all hit, and they're going to be 4s to wound. So that'll be 2 normal armour saves, please.
Right, I'll take them down here, 3 ups. Fine, so fine. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 guys left, so it's just 7 normal attacks, 4 to hit. Ooh, brilliant. That's 4 hit. Again, 4 to wound, so hopefully these will go a bit better. 1 wound.
So that's 1/3 plus armor saves for the Space Wolves.
Told you combat was going to...
So combat drawn.
Thousand Suns turn 4 movement. Not really moved too much. Push these forward. Obviously he's taken the objective he wanted out of these. I've shifted him back. Didn't make it through the wall unfortunately, but we'll see if we can hide him in the shooting phase. Use this rhino as a bit of a roadblock to try and stop these guys. Also move this rhino out of the way. Move my Leviathan up so he can get a line of sight on this squad at the back. He's got Volkites, so hopefully pick a couple off there. Brought my Javelin up, going to put a couple of missiles into the back of them as well, and a heavy bolter. Also, the only other thing I moved is my Terminators. I've shifted them up on there, rolled to get up on there, only got 4, but it's got me there, well, to there. So I've got a heavy flamer, and if anything survives, hopefully charge it. So yeah, ready for my psychic phase. Right, I'm going to roll to see how many warp charge dice I get. 1, so that's only 1, and because my psych is a level 2, I get 2 extra dice, so that gives me 3. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and cast Prescience on this tactical unit. This is warp charge 2, so I do need 2, and I've only got 3 dice, so I'm not expecting too much from this, but hopefully get 2 4-ups. No, failed again. So yeah, psychic phase for a psychic army is not going fantastically well. First up, my heavy flame is shooting into this tactical squad here. We've measured it and it's 3 hits, so strength 5. That's going to be wounded on 3. So that's 3 wounds. Wish they were rending flames.
It's AP 4, isn't it?
Yes, it's your normal save.
Normal saves.
Fine.
All happy.
Next up, I'm going to fire my Leviathan. I'm going to shoot through this combat here. I'm going to go at these guys here. It's just the Volkites. I've got 2 of them on the front. They're twin linked, but they're 2 shots each. So I'll roll these down here. Twin linked. 4 hits. It's strength 6. I think it's only AP 5 though. So it's 2s to wound. 2 wounds.
So 2 3-up armor saves.
Oh,
1 failed.
So because of deflag rate, I get 1 extra thing. So that's another wound.
So a 3-up armor save, passed. So 1 Space Wolf dead.
Next up, this Rhino is going to rapid fire its 2 bolters off the top. 2 shots each. That was quite unsuccessful. My Rhinos have not been very good today. 4 to wound, so that's 1 wound.
1 3-up armor save. Comfortable.
Next up, my Javelin. I'm going to fire my heavy bolter into this squad here, the same tactical squad. Trying to thin these out, it's not going very well at the moment. So 3 shots, so that's 3 hits with a heavy bolter, 3s to wound. Oh, again, 1 wound.
So 1 3-up armor save.
Cocked.
Fine. Made.
Right, so now I'm going to do my 2 missiles. I'm going to do the 2 crack missiles instead of the template just because it's a AP3. So these are twin linked, they both hit. Strength 8, AP3, so that's 2.
2 dead.
Yes.
So Space Wolf lost enough there to take 25% damage. So we're on to a leadership test. So Sergeant's still alive, but they failed that miserably. So they are going to be falling back 2 inches.
Oh, that was when you wanted a double one. Right, I'm going to run these guys, technically, or this guy, so hopefully a nice high number 4. So that should get me to the other side of the building there, so that gives me a little bit of cover from him, thankfully. Right, these are 2 separate units, so I'm going to fire my Psyker first of all. He's just got bolt pistols, so just 1 shot. They're not ballistic skill 5, are they? Oh, they are, yes, no, silly. And then 4s to wound, no wounds. Next I'm going to do this squad. I'm going to rapid fire this squad. Right, so that's 12 shots from these guys, 3s to hit. Oh, there's a couple of 1s in there. 2, they've all hit, so hopefully these all wound, that'll be nice. 4s to wound, take out the misses, so that's 2, 4, 5 normal saves.
So 5 armour saves on the veterans. I'll take the first 4 because the 5th may go on to the Rune Priest. I'm not feeling optimistic now. So 2 failed, and then the final one failed. So 3 veterans down in that round of shooting. Brutal.
Right, the Rhino here is going to shoot into this squad. I'll do the bolter first of all. That's 2 hits. Need 4s to wound. That's 1 wound. So
1.
I'd like you to fail.
Armour save. Failed.
Right, now if there was ever a time for the multi-melter to hit, this is it. So this is 1 shot. I've missed every shot I've had so far, so we'll give it a try. Hits. Just need a 2+ and evaporate.
So that's onto the Rune Priest.
Yeah.
So the Rune Priest has a refractor field.
Oh, which is a 5-weapon vulnerable.
So 5-weapon vulnerable.
I was being a bit.
To 2, he's gone.
Summary of my shooting phase, the Thousand Suns. Very, very happy with that. I've got to say, them veterans were worrying me quite a lot. These guys falling back has been fantastic. He's only got a few units left now. Hopefully I can, well, I can't see him getting to this now, so I'm thinking we're going to get a draw. My only way of winning this is to try and table him, but that's a bit mean. But no, brilliant. On to the combat phase. Right, Thousand Suns combat phase then. I've got 1 unit in combat up there, which is already locked in. So the only charging I'm going to do is with my Warlord unit into this tactical squad here. So just wait for Pete to do his Overwatch.
So 8 shots for bolt guns, 6s to hit. 1, and then it'll be 4s to wound. No damage.
Right, we've got a 4-inch charge there, so we weren't counting this as difficult terrain. So we'll see if we make this. Yes, 6 inches, lovely. So we're in. Right, this combat we're going to let Pete go first. We're still stuck in here. I think we're going to be here for a long time.
Okay, 2 Space Wolf Tactical Marines +1 attack. So for their combat weapons, so 4s to hit. So 2 hits, and then 4s to wound.
Ooh,
2 wounds.
Right, I'll try and take my saves. 3 ups. Come on, boys. Oh, 1 gone. Do you want me to re-roll that? Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
So 1 dies. Take him out, so that leaves me with 6 attacks back. I'm not very good at combat at this point, I think. So 4 to hit. Oh, 3 hits, that's not bad. And 4s to wound. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Oh, it's getting tense. So 2 3-up armour saves, both made.
Fine. So I've lost by 1.
So I've won the combat by 1.
I took the guy off too soon. He obviously gets to hit back, so that's a hit and a wound. So hopefully this will
3-up armour save.
fine. You rolled a 5.
Combat resolution remains the same.
So I lose by 1. So no sergeant. So that's 7, which it is. Thankfully.
Stay in the fight.
Right, this combat here, my Praetor's higher initiative than everyone, so he's moved forward. He gets 4 as standard, 1 for digital lasers and 1 for charging. So he's a higher weapon skill, so he'll be hitting on 3s. Mastercrafted, so I can re-roll 1, which hits, so that's 5 hits. Now it's +1 strength as standard, then because my whole army has furious charge, I get +2 in total, so he's strength 6, so it's 2s, AP2, murderous strike. So that's 4 AP2s. So
4 wolves dead.
Great. And how far do the Thousand Suns consolidate?
3 inches.
Fantastic.
Splendid.
Right, summary of my turn. More than happy with that. It's gone very well. I'm still losing on points, but I need to try and kill him now. I think this never-ending combat's not going to help, but I definitely, definitely, he's got 2 units left and one of them's locked in combat. So yeah, that's gone very well for me. It's looking like it's going to be a draw. So yeah, I'm more than happy with that. From coming from a losing position, I can't complain. But yeah, very happy.
Space Wolf's turn 5 movement phase, potentially the last turn of the game. The only unit that can move has failed to regroup and fallen back a whole 9 inches, just running in front of their guns really. They've smelt the way the wind's changed and they're off. Space Wolf's turn 5 shooting phase, no psychic phase obviously because the Rune Priest has died. So all that's going to happen is these Tactical Marines falling back are going to snapshot at the Thousand Suns Librarian. So it's 7 shots, all on 6s. That's 1 hit.
Ooh.
And it will be a 4 to wound. 1 wound.
It's a wound. It's 2 up because he has Artificia, so... he's fine.
Yeah, it could have gone better. Space Wolves are off, man. This is not good. Space Wolves turn 5 combat phase then. This is really sharp and fast hitting now. We've got these 2 Marines still locked in combat over here. They're going to try and take a few more of the Thousand Suns out. So +1 for combat weapons again. So 4s to hit. That's 3 hits.
Ooh.
4s to wound.
2 wounds.
And that's 2 wounds. Got a 2 hiding under there.
So I'll roll down here, 2 3-ups.
Both made.
Right, so I get 6 attacks back. 4s and 4s. Oh, he's not taking a wound, so that's 1 hit. 1 wound.
1 3-up armor save. Made.
Longest combat ever.
Space Wolves are staying in the fight.
Thousand Suns movement phase. I've just moved this tactical squad and the Librarian up this way, obviously to try and shoot these. As you can tell, I'm maybe going to try and put a little bit of firepower into these guys. I moved the Leviathan up. I think he's going to have to come into that combat. I didn't really want to have to do it. I wanted him to be shooting at these, but otherwise that's just going to take forever. I also moved my Terminators up a little bit. They're pretty much out of the fight now, really. I think they're a bit too far from anything to have any influence, but yeah, it's my only hope of winning the game is to table him. So we'll see if
it's a dishonourable tactic.
It's the I need to wipe you from our home planet. So
well, potentially you're on a draw at the moment, aren't you? But to win, you've got to wipe.
Yeah, a draw wouldn't be a bad result. I certainly wouldn't be upset with that, especially with how it started after the first turn. I thought, oh, I'm up against it here, but it has gone quite well. So yeah, no, quite happy with that. So yeah, on to my psychic phase. Right, roll for the psychic phase. We've rolled 4, so I've got 4 extra warp charge points. My psycher's level 2, so he has 6 dice in total. I'm going to try and cast Prescience on this tactical squad here. It's warp charge 2, so I think I'm going to throw 4 dice at it because I have a potential of well, no, I'm not going to say because I'll curse myself, but right, so I need 2. Yep, 2, it goes off. So Pete, you've got 4 dice.
Yep,
I've got 2 left.
I'm going to try and get rid of that with all 4 of my dice. So,
oh, he does.
Yeah, denied.
Right, so I've got 2 left. So not really got anything that's going to combat. That's well, not really help. So no, I'll leave it at that. I'll expend the last 2 warp points. Right, shooting phase. I've not got loads to shoot. I'm going to shoot this tactical squad into this tactical squad at the back there, and obviously after that I'm going to fire the other stuff into them. I've only got 1 guy within rapid fire range, so that gives me 7 shots. 3s to hit. Ooh, not so good. So that's 3 missed. So, then 4s to wound. Ooh, 3 wounds.
So we need 3 3-up armor saves. All 3 made. That's scared of no bolt of fire.
Next one, the bolters from the top of this rhino. Rapid fire, so that's 2 hits, 4s to wound. No wounds. The multi-melter. Hits. Oh, God. That's 1 dead. The next rhino, rapid fire my bolter. 1 hits. 1 wound.
3-up armor save. Passed.
and the combi melter hits. Yeah, that's a 5 there. So.
Second Marine dead.
Right, next one. Heavy bolter from the javelin. That's 3 hits. 3 to wound. 2 wounds.
2 3-up armor saves. Both made.
And then the 2 missiles. 2 hit, because that's strafing run.
Yep.
Strength 8. So 2 strength 8 AP2s.
AP2, so 2 dead. So you forced a leadership test on them.
Oh, it'd be them front 2.
AP3 for missiles.
AP3, yes,
Yep,
sorry.
they did.
Pardon. Yep, so that's 4 guys dead, so you forced a leadership test, so... Which they spectacularly failed again.
How was the sergeant gone?
Sergeant's gone, so... They're going to fall back 3 inches.
End of my shooting phase, turn 5, possibly the last one. Obviously I would like to have wiped them, but they have survived quite well. They are falling back, but I need another turn to be able to claim the victory. Well, that's if I can kill them guys. Yeah, shooting phase went quite well. Obviously not as well as I'd liked, but I've just the combat left to go. Right, combat phase. I've charged my Leviathan through the cover. He made it. He's got frag grenade, so he goes at normal initiative. He does get, because of a rule called crushing charge, he gets 2 hammer of wrath attacks, which come in at his base strength of strength 8. So these are 2s to wound. So that's 2 strength 8 wounds.
Okay, so
I believe that's AP dash, isn't it?
2 3-up armor saves. 1 failed.
Ugh.
Right. Now also, because of his crushing charge, he gets +1 initiative, so he comes in at initiative 5. He's standard at 4 attacks, but because you replace one of his arms with a gun, he loses that attack. So he has 3 as standard and 4 for the charge. So his weapon skill 5, so hitting on 3s. Oh, 1 hit.
It's not going to matter.
This is strength 10. So 2. Oof.
Yeah, just.
That was a 1 for a second then, so that's a 2, so he's
that's
very
dead.
dead.
What initiative is that?
Initiative 5. He gets +1 for when he's charging.
Yep.
So I can consolidate from that combat. I'll do the tactical squad, 5 inches, Leviathan 4 inches. Fantastic, really. I needed him to finish that combat off. I didn't want to have to put him in there. I did want him to be shooting on that squad that was running away, but that just seemed to be going on forever. Really, well, happy they've gone. He's got 3 Marines left on the board. Now it all comes down to, it's currently a draw, which, like I say, is quite a fair result, I think. But it does come down to whether we have a final 6th turn or not.
Yeah.
And if they die, I'm not taking it for granted that they will die.
Oh, come on.
They've survived.
Bearing down on them
They've
now.
survived that long, so
right. So
we
roll
decided
for the last turn then, yeah.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is
4 up for the
3 up.
3 up. 3 up. Right.
right. Okay,
So let's hope for a nice honourable 1 or a 2. It's a 5.
So there is a 6th turn. So it's your turn, Pete.
Wicked. Space Wolves turn 6 movement phase, which has gone about as catastrophically as the last one. They've once again failed to regroup, and they've run a whopping 10 inches this time back towards their board edge. It's like Prospero was just a planet too far for these boys. They've only option right now is to snapshot anything in range and glancing at the board. I think there's absolutely nothing, so we're going to probably be on to 1,000 tons pretty quickly.
So,
right. We've had a measure and it's 24.5 inches to the nearest unit that I'm eligible to shoot at, that I can actually hurt. So that's the end of the Space Wolves turn, and we'll move on to the 1,000 Suns, see if they can actually finish me off.
Ooh. Right, movement. You may notice a slight pattern here. I am slightly focusing here. I need to try and wipe him. That's my only chance of a victory. It's looking likely, but if he survives it, he deserves the draw, definitely, most definitely. So, yeah, I'm going to start shooting now. I just need to figure out what's going to be most effective. I'm going to do my psychic phase now, so I'm going to roll for a pull. So that's 2, so I get 4 in total. Again, I'm going to try and cast. Actually, I might try and cast Prescience on his own unit. So I need Warp Charge 2. So that's gone off 3 times, Pete. So you've got 2 dice.
Yep.
So we rolled on the perils because I got the double 6. I rolled a 2 on the table, so he takes a wound. Also, I lost one of my psychic powers taken randomly. I let Pete randomly pick, and I've lost 4 warning, so I don't have that power anymore. Thousand Suns shooting phase, turn 6. Obviously, I think everybody knows what I'm going to be shooting at. I'm going to start with my javelin here. So I'm going to use their heavy bolter first of all. So it's 3 shots, 2's to hit, so that's 2 hits, 3's to wound, strength 5, toughness 4, 1 wound, 1 normal wound.
1 3-up armor save.
Fine. Now the 2 AP3 missiles. These are twin linked. So they both hit, strength 8, AP3. So that's 1 dead.
1 marine dead.
Right, next up, the Rhino. That's within rapid fire range, so I'm going to have 4 shots off the bolters off the top. 3's to hit. 4 hits this time. 4's to wound. That's 3 normal armor saves, Pete.
Could the Spaceballs be run down by a bolter?
3 3-up armor saves. Oh, they're both gone.
The Rhino that's missed every time so far.
So, absolutely cleared me off.
It was the only chance I had of winning, really, wasn't it? So,
well done.
Sorry. Nobody likes the tabling, but yeah. Sorry, Pete.
Yeah, good game, man. Good game. We took some objectives. We had a good pop at you.
It really turned around. I really thought I was in dire straits to start with.
Yeah. I mean, getting that objective early doors on turn 1, first shot fired of the game,
was very worrying.
Massive. Yeah, I guess we'll have a proper recap.
Yeah, so great going, guys, and we'll go back to the desk and have a good chat about it. Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that game. You know, it was a channel first. We've got 2 new guest armies. We got Spaceballs and Thousand Suns, and what a hell of a game it was. It was a wipeout for the for the Spaceballs, but it was a good game. Tell me about it. Talk to me about it.
Okay, nice strong start with the Spaceballs. Yep. First shot fired in the game, taking out a major objective.
3 points in the bag.
Yeah, really made us step back and go, are we running the right scenario? Is this going to work? Yeah, all was pretty gold on the Grey Army front. Progressed well.
Yep.
Even made a little bit of an indent in the first turn of shooting onto the other second of the major objectives. Mm-hmm. And even actually put a little bit of fire into the unit that had the 3rd one in. It was a secret that Dan obviously didn't know where it was.
Yep.
I thought I was done for at that point. I thought, that's 6 victory points. I've got no way of making this back.
Yeah, and then very sort of, for the next turn or so, very slowly it unravelled. And I pushed on strong to get the Warlord on what would have been my right flank. Mm-hmm. Only to be faced with a wall of Thousand Suns nastiness that just propelled me. Just not a chance. Paragon Blades being AP2 and the Lightning Claws only being AP3 was a real eye-opener in combat, actually, with the Warlords, I think. And then your Leviathan just made sport of my Contemptors and my Dreadnought in the middle, more or less, with the help of the Javelin.
The Javelin was fantastic.
Took quite a lot of firepower and some of my scarier units out of that core of the army. It also separated me. So I was stuck with chasing that objective in that corner, in the top left-hand corner for me, with what I had up there. My outflanking veterans and Rune Priest was a real boon to that, but really it was I was cut off from anything on the other side to be able to support at all. I was quite split, considering I should have started did start in a V.
Well, I mean, with that deployment, I really thought that the Spaceballs have the advantage. You drove a wedge right between the Thousand Suns, you split them into 2, and then when you outflanked on the left side there, I thought, well, it's just, you're going to do it.
I think we all did. I don't mean that's an overconfidence thing, but I think we all thought that was
It was heavily in the Space Wolves' favour.
Especially a veteran squad with combi weapons turning up at that point.
3 combi players, 2 combi masters.
I was like, oh, no chance. But
I think the Rune Priest could have put a bit more into that as well, though, if he'd actually remembered his psychic phase earlier on.
Yeah, I think we both a bit guilty of that one. We're quite new to Psychers, really. So.
Yeah. But it's so different though. 30k, there's not a lot of proliferation of Psychers, is there? So it's always a difficult one to remember, I think. But Dan, tell us about your viewpoint.
Probably, really, very much the same as Pete's. At the beginning, after that first sort of turn of shooting and then 3 victory points, that going first shot of the game, I thought, oh, I'm on an uphill battle here. I thought there's no way that I'm going to be able to do it. And then as we sort of pushed on, getting the Warlords was a bonus in First Blood as well.
That was great.
And I'm thinking, I could push on for a draw here. I think we might. And then a couple of units dropped back. I killed a couple more units, and then suddenly the thought come, I could wipe him here.
Wipe as well. Yeah,
I thought. I think what it was is, the only way I'm going to win this is if I could wipe him, and then thought.
I could do it.
I could wipe him.
Yeah. I think losing those dreadnoughts in the middle was really when that became more apparent. I think because you were just left with infantry to tidy up and lots of small pockets of it.
Yeah, but I think with just normal tac squads, I didn't think it was possible. It was them veterans going and the psyker is really what made me think.
Saving rolls on those veterans for me was just appalling as well. They were just dropping like flies. But yeah, it's a good game though. I can rest happily in the knowledge that elsewhere on Prospero, Russ has broke Magnus's back and they've all been pushed back into the war.
He let him
and
come.
But he didn't let him kill him though, did he?
Oh no, he didn't. But he's still alive now.
Well,
as in the new 40k plastic Magnus that's coming out.
That's true.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if that model crosses over into 30k and is used as the demon Primarch of Magnus.
It'd be interesting.
It'll be very interesting to see.
It's most of the feedback I've heard, especially personally, people hate it, but I quite like it. It's a big. I had a big Chaos Army, and I do love a Demon Prince. So
we shall see. So the last thing to say is the book comes out next week. Sorry, the box set comes out next weekend. Everyone's looking forward to that. Maybe a few weeks later there might be a book soon or just before Christmas. So I'm hoping that the experience you've had today might entice you back for a battle with the book.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, if you'll have us, we'd
love to have you back.
We'll between then and now, I'll learn the rules and
I'm going to get psychic phase down my finger. So
that's a good idea.
But yeah, I think we'd definitely be up for that, and I think it'll get more interesting once we get Legion specific rules and units and models as well. I mean, at the moment we're trying to build the character of 2 what are quite narrative unique armies just from, for want of a better term, a vanilla list. I think we've both quite successfully done that with the units we had, but I think it would be more interesting if with Russ and Magnus and with other characters on the table. I mean, just getting Araman and Gegor out the box will make a big difference, but I think getting the Forge World units and specialist units and really finding out what Forge have got planned as the niche aspects of our army. I mean, we know that Space Wolves are going to be an aggressive army, and we know that Thousand Suns are going to be a psychically focused army, but we don't know how that's going to manifest in the units and the rules that they put out. So I think it's going to be interesting to see those units on the table, and I think the campaign will be a great way to showcase that.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and like I say, I think that we both already discussed a while ago about playing the campaign.
Great.
We enjoy them narrative-driven games more than we do just a straight-up fight, don't we?
Absolutely, yeah. It's just a welcome. I just welcome having a game tournament where you have 2 narrative-based armies, and not just lots of Cary's Contemptors and Volkites and beardy people throwing demons out of nowhere at you and stuff like that. I think that just makes a big difference.
So exciting times coming.
Yeah,
yes, very much.
Great stuff. All right, guys. Well, again, I really hope you enjoyed the battle report. It was a great game as far as I'm concerned. Stay tuned because we've got the model showcase to really give you a good look at these 2 fantastically painted armies. And as always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Come and see us on Facebook, Instagram, and we'd love to hear your comments. I read all of your comments and I try to reply to them as much as possible. And as these guys have come, I approached them, they've come on the channel, and we need more people to come on the channel too. So next year we're hoping to get a lot more games out and a lot more content. So if you've got a great army that's as good as these guys, then give me an email being below, and we'd like to get in touch with you. Thank you.